Hey, what's up? It's Jen, and I'm a wellness and nutrition coach, and I help moms take control of family chaos so they can live a healthier lifestyle. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications button so you can be the first to see these healthy lifestyle tips. Today, I'm going to be sharing about the difference between introverts and extroverts and help you find out which one you are. Make sure you stick around to the end because I'll be sharing how you can use this as a superpower to not just survive, but thrive during the holidays and in your family life. Let me know in the comments, are you an introvert, an extrovert, or somewhere in between? It's important to understand that there is no better or worse personality trait. That's not what I'm intending to discuss here. I'm simply attempting to shine a light on the differences between the two so you can understand yourself and others better. The holidays and navigating family life can be especially challenging, but learning to hack your superpowers can help set you up for success year-round. Extroversion and introversion are on opposite ends of the spectrum. There's a lot of fluidity between them. Often we tend to think of extroverts as outgoing and introverts as shy, but that doesn't really tell the whole story. It's more about energy and what fuels your energy versus what drains your energy. So let's dig in. Extroverts gather energy from outside forces, environments, other people, and things around them. Working on group projects for school or at work, or planning an event, you feel energized through collaboration and like to limit time spent alone. Extroverts tend to be action takers, risk seekers, or impulsive, but not necessarily dangerously so. Beg for forgiveness versus asking for permission may be your motto. When posed with a challenge, you like to resolve it by talking about it with someone and seeking another perspective. In general, you don't have a problem voicing your concerns, feelings, or opinions. Often, extroverts will have a large circle of friends, enjoy meeting new people, and make friends easily. You may find that working solo on a project leaves you feeling depleted or cranky, and that you feel the urge to get out and recharge with your friends for a night out. Extroverts are often optimists. They tend to find the silver lining in situations. A challenge may get them down for a short period of time. They're not robots, but they tend to find their way back on their feet fairly quickly. So, do you see yourself or your family members described there? Conversely, introverts get their energy from within. Instead of seeking out others for their opinions, you internalize and reflect on challenges and plan on how to proceed. Even for well-trusted friends or family members, you may not discuss plans until you've fully thought them all the way out. Introverts often are very creative and great at visualizing. Sharing thoughts and feelings verbally will not come as easily as it does for extroverts. You may use actions or even art instead. You may be thought of as more of a wallflower, sitting back and observing groups' conversations versus actively participating, but you are an avid listener. Where the extroverts are listening and immediately voicing opinions, you tend to weigh your thoughts and opinions very carefully before sharing. Introverts will recharge from spending time spent alone and often have a few close friends versus a large group. These close friends are well trusted and you feel comfortable with them. How about that? Does that sound familiar to you? Now, if you're anything like me, you don't fit neatly into either box, and to be honest, the thought of fitting into a box makes you feel claustrophobic. For those of us who straddle the line, there's the lesser reference term of ambiversion. Ambiverts do well splitting time equally, out and amongst friends, and with quiet time alone. Certain situations may call for one over the other. Active listening comes easily to you. You're able to carefully listen during a conversation, weigh both sides, and have a thoughtful response. You may spend time quietly deliberating over a matter, but then you make a decision and feel confident in that decision, and you don't look back. When in a group, you understand both sides of the spectrum and are able to appreciate how to engage both of those sides. Generally speaking, you're able to go with the flow and speak when you want and sit back and listen when you don't want. So now that we understand the differences between introverts and extroverts and the spectrum between them, how do we learn to use this as a superpower and navigate the holidays and family dynamics? In the family, not everyone is going to be coming from the same place, so it's important to remember to respect everyone's boundaries. And I'm a huge fan of setting healthy boundaries. Everybody's family dynamic is different, just like family doesn't always mean blood relations. Some families do not have a healthy, safe, supportive, or positive environment. In those cases, by all means, avoid these situations as best as you can and seek help if necessary. Just like in the safety speech on a plane, you have to put your oxygen mask on before putting someone else's on. Taking care of ourselves and making ourselves a priority may be a challenge and may not come naturally to some of us, but that's how we can best work with others. You can start with you and then go from there. Meditation is a great way to get to know yourself better and determine how to best prepare yourself for various situations. If you want to dive deeper into the hows and whats of meditation, I've got a great video to help get you started. If you're an extrovert, you're probably the one planning the fun events of the season, and you should totally do that. It's fun to embrace the season and all it has to offer, and the general feeling of cheer and goodwill. While planning events or outings, keep in mind that not everything has to be over the top. A family game night at home in jammies can be just as rewarding as a day out hitting the holiday parade at the busy mall. Both events can help fuel the extrovert's preferences for togetherness, but planning a quieter day of unplanned activities after a busier day can help engage the introvert more and help find some balance. Even the most boisterous extrovert will need some level of downtime at some point. To an introvert, both of those events may feel overwhelming, and that's totally fine too. Just like I shared in my picky eaters video, sometimes we need to adjust our expectations. Just because the event calls for attendance at the family game night, it does not require that everyone participate fully and presently in the game. Maybe there's a toast and a moment of gratitude or sharing in the fellowship. Then those who wish to play can, and the others can simply hang out in the same room and read a book. Focus on your having fun and what that means to you. Spending time passively aggressively teasing or threatening others to join in or yelling at everyone to quiet down ruins everyone's fun. For introverts, if you know there are busy events coming up, make sure you plan to have some quiet downtime before or after, or set a healthy boundary that will help you be able to attend for an hour or so, but after that, you need to leave. This will allow you to take care of yourself and recharge your energy before or after draining it. Open communication is a huge asset to use here. How will people know how you're feeling if you don't express it? If the family has always overprogrammed the holidays and you have always dreaded it and quietly just gone along with it, how are they to know how you feel? This may be a struggle for introverts to discuss especially. Do so in a way that honors who you are. If it's easier to write a letter, do that. If you can have the conversation, have it. Come from a place of love and gratitude. Say something like, I appreciate that this is a tradition, but it's a lot for me to handle in one day. Do you mind if we spread it out over 2 days instead? Or, I'm fine getting up and hitting the mall with you because I value our time together. But can we do it at 10 instead of 8 so I have time to spend meditating first? Spending this time with you is important to me, but so is meditating. This is not always easy to do, but you may be surprised by the response. We've all heard that story of the wife who makes the husband's favorite meatloaf only to find out 30 years later he always hated that meatloaf. Does this make sense? I'd love to hear some of the ways you celebrate with your family in the comments below. Today, I shared with you how extroverts charge their batteries via external sources, people, events, collaboration, and introverts who charge their batteries through internal reflection. Ambiverts ride the middle road, showing a balance of extroverted and introverted tendencies. Making sure you are filling your cup and recharging as works best for you will help you enjoy the season and all it has to offer. In the end, holidays and navigating extra people and their personalities can become exhausting. Remember to enjoy the wild moments, the quiet moments, and all of those moments in between. So, did you find this information helpful? Will this info help you navigate the busy holiday season or even just regular Tuesdays? Let's continue the discussion in the comments. Don't forget to like, hit the notifications button, and subscribe for more healthy lifestyle tips. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be well. Thanks.